Yeah.
Todd, stop playing in the corner. Stop.
He's leaning in. Words of wisdom.
For those who are not watching, Todd has his own bobblehead.
Todd, how do you get to the point in your life where they create an actual bobblehead of you?
You live in a town of like 40 people, and you work on the radio, and it's like big fish in a small pond.
We'll get there, Justin. We'll get there. We'll get there because of this podcast.
I have 2 goals in my life. One, to have a bobblehead day in my honor, and another, to have a sandwich named after me. I've yet to get either of those.
You still haven't had a sandwich named after you?
No. We don't even have, nobody even wants to advertise sandwiches on what we do, when we're not podcasting. For some reason, they don't understand like how many sandwiches I eat, how passionate I am about sandwiches, and how if they wanted a little input, I could probably come up with a whiz-bang good idea for what we put on that sandwich.
All right.
I'm not going to share with you now.
If you had a sandwich named after you, what would be
on your sandwich?
Quintessential?
I thought about this so much, Todd. Because part of me just wants to say everything. I want every known animal. Then I want meatballs. Then I want mayonnaise is a must. Like banana peppers or the maybe some jalapenos. Pickles, you got to have that, of course. Cheese, I like cheese, but I don't think it's
give or take cheese.
Cheese has its own. The cheese stands alone. I love cheese, but like on a burger, I don't need it. I just like the burger. I want cheese and I want a burger. I want a sandwich, but I've discovered when I've tried to eat healthier that if you leave the cheese off, obviously it's fewer calories and cholesterol, and I don't really miss it. So now that's for a cold sub. Hot sub, of course, you got to have.
So I was going to ask, are we going sub?
Yes.
Or are we going Dagwood?
No.
I want like this.
I want sub, but I want it stacked like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy built it. I want. Yep. I want it. You can barely get your mouth around it. You know what I'm talking about, okay? And so
I do have a big mouth.
Times it?
You almost have to get like a press to squish it all down, like a muffaletta. Have you ever had a muffaletta sandwich? Oh, you can't find one of those around here. Okay, there you have muffaletta.
What's a muffaletta sandwich?
So it's about 9 different kinds of meat and cheese, and they put like this olive. Like an olive pate on it, but they end up having to like squish it just so that you can get it all condensed and you can get it in your mouth.
They just eat Marmite sandwiches.
It's a delight.
Yeah, we just
Marmite?
Have you ever had
Marmite?
I haven't. I've heard songs about Vegemite.
Same but different.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a jar of Marmite.
Please do.
Welcome to Sweat Socks and All That Sauce with Justin, Kay, and Todd, where no sport is off limits. The debates are, well,
masterful.
Debatable, but we're going to get the conversation going for all of you at home. That is our goal. We want you to get involved in these debates, and we want you to give us your thoughts on each and every single debate that we have.
How do they do that?
Well, when we get an email, okay? When we get an email set up.
Wait a minute, and my favorite.
And when we get an Instagram and a TikTok.
What tells Instagram? We're
like, follow, subscribe,
Justin,
and hit the bell.
Justin's still on MySpace. It's all right.
Ouch.
Oh, all right.
I'm 10 years older than you.
Is it bad that I don't even know what MySpace is? Is that part of Napster? I heard about that. Can we still use that? There's a lot of free music out there, kids. If you haven't found it yet, Napster. Go find it. Trust me. Your parents will thank you when you show them all the free music.
Let me look that up on Alta Vista or Web Crawler.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. LimeWire. That's where
I was a LimeWire kid.
Now we're talking.
Yes. So like our LimeWire page, is it? You can enjoy more of this.
Today's debate, albeit a bit distasteful, if I'm gonna say so. You may not agree, Justin, but that's fine. If we're wanting to be politically correct, but that's not what we're here for.
People don't come to the podcast sphere to be politically correct. If anything, they want to be offended and shocked.
Amen. So we're battling out who the most attractive athletes are, and we've made a list of our top male and females, and I'm ready to see what my esteemed co-hosts view as attractive in their eyes.
And let's point out here as well, as like you said, we have chosen males and females because we are equal opportunity
offenders.
Yes, purveyors of treating human beings like they are pieces of meat. So happy to be here for it. I don't know. So, Kay, you wanted to hear what we thought as far as attractiveness. Now, question. Now, there are some athletes out there who really never amounted to anything when it comes to like being good in their particular field of sport.
Right.
But they were intensely attractive. Do we play into it at all? Is there any consideration on whether or not the athlete actually was able to perform? And like, just because like I made it into one tournament one time, but I had some major league yabos, does that mean that you get to be the hottest of the,
there goes my list.
It's a fair question. Because I just feel like otherwise I could.
Up to you, really. I think that's just up to you and your personal preference. Like, some people are just they're just attracted to somebody's physical features, but I'm the kind of person where I could find anybody attractive if their personality will come through.
3-4 beers.
It's been done, yeah.
So anyway, Todd, let's
Yes.
say, how about for you, who's the most attractive when it comes to female athletes?
We can start with females?
I think you start with females, and I'd love to hear your take on that.
I'm going to start with Paige Spiranek. Do we know who Paige Spiranek is?
Oh, we do.
You
a
already,
gift from above.
You already.
Oh, yeah, look at her.
I am. And I still am.
She's got endorsement deals for all kinds of fashion wear. She probably is the 498th ranked.
Is she even ranked? Is she even
have no
on
idea.
the LPGA? I don't even know. That's
a female professional golfer.
But what makes you a female professional golfer? You get paid to wear golf skirts and bend over and have slow motion videos. Of you
Doesn't it
posting
like
on social
her
media?
Wikipedia page says an American social media personality and then golf instructor and then former professional golfer.
So she was. And we're talking all time too, right?
She played D1 college golf.
Current
She
or
played
even living.
Yeah, she was the best Wii golfer in her like sorority house. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. I've watched so many golf videos since she started creating them. Not that it's helped my swing, maybe my stroke, but definitely
helped
not
your
my swing.
swing.
This was a mistake. This
Well, because we're just getting started. Okay, we are just beginning.
So number 2,
Okay.
Anna Kournikova.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
R.I.P.
again, never won anything, but for a good didn't she marry one of those Latino pop?
Oh, like in Iglesias or something like that for a brief time. Didn't she date Ovechkin for Alex Ovechkin
I
for a while?
think you're right now that you bring it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Now
She's
at least-
Russian.
well, I mean, she made it to Wimbledon, to the French Open. I'm not saying she ever won Wimbledon. She was ranked. Kay, what was the highest ranking that Anna Kournikova ever had, other than number 2 on Todd's list of hottest female athletes of all time?
Marrying Enrique Iglesias.
Ding, ding, ding. So again, I know a lot of things. My family should pay attention to me when I talk.
And I think, Kay, to your point for my number 1, you were talking about it's not necessarily complete. This person to me is an unbelievable, just athletic, physical specimen, and she's still pretty current, is Serena Williams. And why Serena's number 1 is she likes white dudes.
That's the reason
Todd's
why.
like,
The deal. That was the
so
deal.
you're telling me there's a chance?
Exactly.
Oh
Serena
my
Williams.
God.
Honorable mention, Kelsey Plum, only because I'm a UW Husky fan,
All right, fair enough.
but she doesn't like white dudes as much.
She just doesn't like you, Todd. You're constant
Kelsey Plum.
Just because you were rejected does not mean that
multiple times.
So that's my list.
So now, like, are you? No, she's racist because she's not into white dudes.
No, I
She
didn't say
rejected Todd
I
like
didn't say
multiple times.
I just said, you just got to know like what your wheelhouse, like what's the wheelhouse.
Fair enough. Serena Williams, though, I would just be scared because I don't trust. I don't like the idea of a woman who could deadlift more than me
Oh, she'd
or
kick
bench
my
press
ass
more
easily,
than me.
yeah, no
Absolutely.
doubt, yeah.
To me, that's a little scary. But she is like.
But she's like, my wife's very fashion conscious, and she seems to like be fashion conscious without being, super duper
What does fashion conscious mean? You just are up to date on the trends?
Always.
You see how Todd and I are dressed?
Right.
You think the opposite of that.
Well, I dress like you guys, so I guess I'm right on par.
None of us would be able to hang out with Serena Williams.
Never.
Even though Todd is fantasizing about it.
I just think she's like unbelievable athletic prowess,
With graceful
and
time.
then just. I mean, we talk about Adonis, like the Greek god but she is just like this unbelievable physical specimen.
Not
All
gonna
right.
repeat that.
All right. Justin,
Yes.
females.
Okay, yeah. So I've got a top 3, and coming in at number 3, and this one's a little outside the box, but I just remember when I was a young boy, and it's like the first time you saw Bugs Bunny dress up like a girl, and like all of a sudden you got a little excited about it.
Yeah.
Steffi Graf. Do you remember Steffi Graf?
German tennis player.
I can't. She was definitely European. I think she was German. I think you're right, with a name like Steffi Graf.
German.
Now she had a little bit of a schnaz,
She did.
but that did not bother me.
Didn't she marry Agassi?
She did for a brief time. Her and Agassi were making beautiful children, obviously.
Yeah.
But now keep in mind, I saw most of Steffi Graf from behind, and that was just one of those things that you just didn't care about the schnoz.
You're an X-Man.
Andre Agassi could have had any woman in the world when Andre was peak Andre. Remember how like hot Andre Agassi was?
Before he went bald.
Yeah, before he was stapling hair and hats to his head. I mean,
Such a
that
shame.
man made tennis cool in America. Like me and my friends thought tennis was cool because Andre Agassi said it was. Nike actually had like a tennis player, and he was banging Steffi Graf. So it just goes to reason that I think that she should be included in.
You just make me change my list. Though, with German Steffi Graf. I forgot about Katarina Witt. Katarina Witt. Come on now.
Can we get a special? Yeah, okay. I didn't have her on my list, but
Katarina
I can't believe I
Witt.
thought of her.
I don't know who that is. Who's that one?
A
You
Russian
have the
figure
Google
skater.
machine. She has.
Oh, figure
Yes.
skater.
and very good.
Oh, yes. It's funny that like more figure skaters weren't on my list now that I think about it. Because I had Anna Kournikova coming in at number 2.
Yeah.
And for all the reasons we discussed before, just unbelievable. What a...
Yum, yum, yum.
Absolutely.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, that's okay. No, I had to use 2 hands on the back end when I was watching Anna Kournikova, that's for sure. But I do have to say that the most beautiful female athlete of all time, her name is Lindsey Vonn.
Oh.
And I just cannot
skier.
get enough of downhill superstar Lindsey Vonn.
Didn't she date Tiger?
She's dated a lot of guys. Now she is, I believe, isn't she married to, what's his name, played for the Predator, Subban?
Oh, yeah,
only
she's
knew this.
beautiful. Oh,
Yeah,
Lindsay-
right?
Yeah, she's pretty.
And like in a natural way too. She's not
Yeah.
she's not into starving herself. But she is just classically beautiful. She's this tall blonde goddess.
She's
And
got beautiful eyebrow structure.
Yes, I got a thing for downhill skiers. And I would like to mention also that Lindsey Vonn learned to ski at the same hill as I did. It was Buck Hill in Burnsville, Minnesota. Now, she may have moved at some point to another place like in Colorado to really hone her craft, but
You guys basically had sex.
I'm pretty sure when she was, because she's a little younger than I am, I was out there turning, and I'm pretty sure she was watching me from the chairlift and knew
Do
that,
you
like,
think so?
absolutely. There
That's
are
my
several
guy.
Olympic champions that have come from Buck Hill have said skiing in that shitty ice made me a very good skier. When I discovered what real snow was like, it was like skiing in peanut butter. It was so easy. So Lindsey Vonn, actually, if you walk into her trophy room, because I've watched the 30 for 30, she has this huge room as you walk into her home, and she's got trophies everywhere. The one that's front and center, right there on the table as you walk in, Buck Hill Most Improved Skier for whatever year that was.
Awesome.
Most proud of that. For whatever reason, that just gets me hot a little bit too. And also, if I can ever meet her in person, I've got a icebreaker. So
There you have it.
yeah, PK who? Sorry.
Oh my
no.
God, I really wish that I had this moment where I was like, well, guess what? Guess who's here? I don't have that power.
Yet.
I know, I'm sorry. Yet.
Can't wait
Give
till she
me
hears this.
time.
I can't wait till she hears this. Again, Lindsay, I love you as a person, as an athlete. Really, your looks are a part of it, but it's not all of it. Really, I just think that if anything happened to our significant others, we should probably meet up. We can talk about the good old days of Buck Hill.
I went a little crazy. I could not.
Little.
I just like I. This is my favorite one we've done so far. I just got to look at really pretty people.
Do you have like audio visuals? You've got pictures that you're going to show us?
I will. I think I'm going to edit in
PowerPoint.
these photos of people. Oh, God. I mean, if you know me, you know that I am an absolute boy crazy nut.
That's
And
a good way to put it. That's a nice way to put it. Is that the British term for that?
boy crazy nut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love men.
Do they not say floozy over there?
You're all. It's not nice, but
Just
also
joking
true.
for the podcast.
So, have you heard of Alicia Schmidt? Alicia Schmidt.
No, but I want to see a photo.
She's a German runner, Alicia Schmidt.
A runner, huh? They're usually a
400
little
meters.
lean. They're a little lean usually, but
Oh,
okay.
look at her. Look at her. She's beautiful.
Whoa! I take
yeah.
back everything I said judging runners. She's clearly not a marathon runner.
She's 400 meters.
400 meters.
Oh, good heavens.
I would like to get to 400 meters. 1/3 of a meter at a time.
Right? Are you happy to make it 40 meters? And I'm spent.
Oh, my.
Yeah, she's my number one. Anna Kournikova is my number two. That's really funny that all three of us put Anna Kournikova at number 2 on our female list.
Hips don't lie. You know what?
Love that. Hope Solo is my number 3.
I almost. Ooh, okay. I was like, she's from right here in our neck. Since we're going
Is she?
hometown, she's Tri-Cities, Washington.
That's right.
She's down
That's right.
down I-90.
Oh,
Did
she's
you ever do you
beautiful.
think she ever watched you like running when you were in high school? Like,
Not at all.
Just kidding.
Not at all.
But she doesn't like white guys as much.
Oh my God, Todd! Do you know the racial preference of all women on this earth?
Fair. I had Simone Biles as well, number 4.
I just
And
want to put her in your pocket.
The only
She's
reason
so
I didn't
cute.
go with Simone Biles is because I wasn't sure how old she was. Is she even 18 yet?
Is
Because a lot
this
of gymnasts
illegal?
are like 12 when they get going. Like,
No.
oh, she's no, she's a talented young lady.
You just want to stick her in your pocket. She's that cute.
yeah, she is
We'll
cute.
go with that.
She is cute. Great teeth. And I'm a big teeth person. If you got good teeth, woo. And then lastly, I have Jasmine Jackson.
That's
She's
why you moved to England. Like, pfft,
I needed to get rid of the options.
you're going to be like, yeah.
I needed to get rid of the options.
Who is your other?
Jasmine Jackson. She's a USA softball team player.
She plays softball.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of the sport, Kay.
She's beautiful. Look her up. She's beautiful.
You just made me change my list, Kay.
I'm looking
I
right
forgot
now.
about Jenny Finch.
Jenny Finch. Who's that?
Softball. Probably the
Softball.
greatest.
Oh, one of the
American
best softball
softball.
players ever. Yeah, she's good. But you'd really put her as one of the most attractive female athletes?
I would.
Interesting.
See, she's calling. Thanks,
People are
Don.
trying to call into our
Thanks, Don.
podcast. That's
Appreciate
not how
that.
it works on Livewire, people.
Appreciate the love.
I gotta say, the only thing that I'm being swayed on is I think Lindsey Vonn. Lindsey Vonn, I think is definitely she's on my list now.
Thank you. Yeah. And I forgot about Simone Biles. Can we verify again the age on Simone Biles? Do we know how old she is? Your Googles over there across the pond work better than ours, I think. So
She is thankfully
NFL
the
player.
ripe age of 27.
Oh, okay. So even when I first know Simone Biles, she was definitely like, it was okay for me to say she's beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, you're all right. You're
One
all right.
word. I don't know. Do they use this term in England? Spinner? Sorry, couldn't resist. Kids, you can look that up on Ask Jeeves if you were curious.
Check it out on LimeWire.
Web crawler and Alta Vista.
LimeWire.
Axe, Jeeves.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good stuff. Good
All
stuff.
right, before we get into the males, Todd, I need you to give us a little rundown on some sports news.
The big sports story as we record this is the fact that former Seattle Mariner Teoscar Hernandez, who was cut by my favorite team of all time, won the home run derby yesterday. And the reason he was released from the Mariners is because he struck out too much.
He didn't hit for power very well.
That's not the biggest story, but it is when you are a sad sack fan. The biggest story, though, did occur right before Teoscar won the home run derby, the Major League Baseball All-Star competition. Was your girl, Mr. Country Radio, Ingrid Andress, I believe, 4-time Grammy nominee, doing what is hardly arguably one of the 5 worst renditions of the United States national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
She's rocketed top 3, if not worst of all time.
Kay, you're a Michigander?
Yeah.
That's where she's from, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Whoa! How about that? You and Ingrid Andress. There, we have something in common. I've heard you both butcher the national anthem.
She is
I was going to say she's pulled a Kay White and she got drunk and she thought she could belt it.
And then, yes, we just found out later today she admitted she was drunk while singing and is, entering
She's
some
entering
rehab.
Sobriety.
So
course of some kind.
let's suffice to say, tough week to be an ear in this country this week.
Oh, wow. I guess it's...
But that on the flip side, that said, with the given times, I feel like that version of the anthem is the version we deserve here in the States.
Honest question.
Yeah.
Is it a felony to sing the national anthem drunk in front of other people? I mean, driving, using a firearm, singing our nation's anthem. It's like going to church drunk. You can't do that.
I started looking up the different worst national anthem
Renditions.
fails. Yes. Some say Carl Lewis was the worst at
Terrible.
the Bulls versus Nets 1993.
Roseanne.
Some say Fergie 2018 NBA All-Star, and which I actually didn't think that was the worst. It was quirky, but not the worst. Quirky. Roseanne Barr, Cincinnati Reds 1990. Wow.
With her husband, by the way. It was
Who
Roseanne
allowed
and
that
Tom.
to happen?
You know, the funny thing is that, Roseanne is, widely regarded as a patriot. If in this day and age, anybody did what she did on that field, probably shot dead right there and corpse carried out, and people would cheer on whomever it was that shot her dead. That was the height of disrespect for America. You want to talk about they don't respect America? I believe bare ass was shown at that particular.
But it was 1990, and everybody loved each other in 1990.
I guess they did. Everybody loved Roseanne. She's like, well, let's see if we can fix that. Let me grab my crotch. I feel like she mooned the camera during the anthem. It was tasteless. I laughed for only like 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. But no, Fergie's is still the worst.
Let's get back to our hottest athletes of all time, shall we?
Oh, please.
Right, we're on to the male list now. Who wants to start?
Kay had the first tough sledding, the same gender.
Yes.
I got to reveal.
Yes.
So I will preface my list with this. I will qualify my list with this statement. I have made it a personal policy in my life to not go around judging men. So with that, at number 3, we have Georgie Murasan.
Who?
Number...
Hey, yeah. Kay asks the question, who?
Number 2, George the Animal Steel. And number 1, King Kong Bundy.
Ooh,
Next.
nice. Nice.
Why do you do this to me every single week?
Todd's got a type.
I'm a contrarian.
Oversized, bald professional wrestlers do very well.
That was that or Butterbean.
Yes, right?
I'm not even writing those down.
That's pretty amazing. That's pretty outstanding. Well done, Todd. I do have to say, I don't know who Kay is going to go with here. I just want to I don't want to put Tom Brady on the list just because he's on enough lists. Like he's enough, But I will say he's fairly attractive. That being said, conspiracy theorists out there, there's a reason that the Patriots traded Jimmy Garoppolo. It's because he was better looking than Tom, and Tom said, "Not." They had to ship him off because Jimmy G is more attractive than Tom Brady. Still, neither of them are in the top 3 in my opinion, by the way.
Oh, so he's like a runner-up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He's an honorable mention for sure.
I like that. I like that.
Now, John Daly comes in at number 3 because what? He's a professional athlete who's got, you know what? He's not one of these models you see in the magazines that's starving themselves. He's a natural, wholesome look. There's something about a man with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth that just does it for me. Especially when they can talk and drive it 400 yards off the tee whilst pounding that nail. I mean, the man, you know that if you went to the bar with him, you're having a good time.
It's true.
He's buying drinks, and he's out drinking you, and I like that. I like that. I like a man who's going to obviously overserve me and take advantage of me. I don't know.
He's the guy. He's the guy where I go to a casino and I sit next to him because I want him to start giving me money to.
Right.
You still do that, Kay?
Sit next to them. I flirt with them a bit, and then they give me money. I pretend I don't know how to play blackjack, and then I just play with their money, and I win it, and I take it, and I go. That is what I would be. That's what John Daly would be for me.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I think John Daly would be a ton of fun, and just he's a specimen. At the end of the night, he's putting cigarette butts out of my ass. I don't care. I think that he's hot. Okay, coming in at number 2, and this is only because it works in my household. Joe Mauer. Joe Mauer was a snack. Still is, by the way. When the sideburns were a thing, I mean, full sideburn. Target Field where the Twins played was full of eligible young ladies, most of them wearing fake sideburns, just swooning over this man, who, by the way, married his high school sweetheart. And they had twins. Well, he was a twin. He's he's got that wholesome, good-looking, Midwestern kind of,
See, the nicey thing doesn't get me. The whole I married my high school sweetheart.
Yeah. Oh. But so anyway, even like to this day, if I just say Joe Mauer, like there's a chance my wife will be like, something like flashes in her mind that like things work out. You know what I'm saying? And also,
Mauer, hardly know her.
Yeah. But the man, also, I felt like we went to a lot of Twins games, and my wife always insists that we sit, kind of behind home plate for some reason. Yeah. So yeah, that turd cutter was firm. Let's just say. But I gotta say, right now, and I think Todd will appreciate this. I think the most beautiful athlete out there right now, Julio Rodriguez.
J-Rod shows eyeballs.
J-Rod's eyes are dreamy, and he is just, I don't know, there's not an ounce of fat on that body. He is lean. He is mean. He's got that smile and those eyes. You get lost in those.
Yeah, you can. I can see it.
Yeah. I mean, he sure ain't being a Mariners' favorite because of his swing. That's for sure. But right now, as long as he keeps those looks, I could see him still being the face of the franchise for years to come.
That's a pretty good list.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you guys ready for my 84-hour-long list?
Yeah. Can you get it? Can you whittle it down to like 26 of them, Kay?
I can whittle it down to 8. Actually.
All right. So in my fantasy, there's 8 of them.
Well, then you brought up Garoppolo again, and he was on my honorable mentions list, and I'm like, I'm putting him back. Yeah. But I agree with that statement. So Tom Brady did not make my list at all. I've never found him attractive. I think maybe he's had his day. I don't know. Again, it's one of those things where I'm like, you've already got everything. You can't have this as well.
But you know what sucks about Tom Brady is that he is getting better looking. Like when he hits 60, he's going to be peak Brady. Oh yeah, absolutely. He looked like an absolute doofus when he was at the NFL Combine.
You look at his draft pick, it's like,
oh, is it really bad?
Yeah,
it just looks like just random.
Right, exactly. I mean, don't worry. He's going to find someone hotter than Giselle. Don't worry. Like 3 more times. That's Tom Brady for you. Yeah. All right, I'm sorry. I digress.
Henrik Zetterberg is my number 8 from the Red Wings. He's got the scary eyes, but I'm also like, that's all right.
Hockey players are kind of dreamy.
Yeah. Well, yes. Andy Roddick back in the day. Ooh. I've looked him up now. He's lost it. God bless his soul. I'm so sorry, but yes, he's lost it. But he was beautiful. I used to take like magazine clippings and stuff because he used to do like the Got Milk campaigns and being like teen mags, and I would take them all out and put them all over my wall, put them in my binders.
Take your peachy.
I need to see what Andy Roddick looks like these. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't end well.
No.
Oh my God. He looks like he should be playing like first base on my beer league softball team. What the hell happened to this guy? He looks like a Walmart security guard.
He's
What
playing
the
darts
hell?
at the local dive. Oh, I know. Poor Andy. He had his day.
See, now I see a picture of him in Men's Fitness shirtless and just jacked, and now I see him. It looks like he should be checking the tire pressure on the truck.
I'm sorry, Andy.
Whoa.
I'm
Can I
sorry.
turn your rotors?
Yeah. You can turn K's rotors. That's okay.
Back in the day, you could when I was like 13. No, that would be illegal. No, never mind. That would be illegal and gross.
Are you saying that Andy Roddick was a pedophile? You said that right here on our podcast. Shame on you. Andy,
Andy
not all of
Roddick, I'm
us-
so sorry.
this is an LLC.
Jalen Hurts comes in at number 6 for the Eagles quarterback.
Oh, God. It's like poor man's Julio. He's nowhere near as good looking. Jalen Hurts, really?
Yeah, he's
Hurts
pretty.
me that you would go with that.
He's pretty. Kobe Bryant, R.I.P. Yes. Beautiful.
So his
Kobe
dad just
Bryant,
passed
number
away.
Yeah,
That was sad.
Lewis Hamilton, number 4, F1.
We're talking sports, athletes, Kay.
Yeah, I know.
I thought
He's
we
the
determined
only
that
one.
people who
He's
drive
the only.
cars aren't athletes.
Yeah, except for him.
Okay.
He is fine. Jaden Ivey, Detroit Pistons. Got him at number 3.
I sense that there's a pattern to a lot of these.
What's that?
They play for Michigan professional sports teams or are involved in auto racing, which just screams Michigan.
2. There have been 2. Henrik Zetterberg, the Red Wings, and Jaden Ivey. The other ones, LA Lakers, F1, Eagles, tennis. Number 2,
Proceed.
David Beckham. Yum. Oh,
Okay,
my
I do
God.
got to say, since you brought up Bend It Like Beckham, I did watch the Netflix doc, and it was really good. Even my wife liked it.
Did he have
I-
his shirt off for the whole entirety
No.
of it? Oh.
He's
No,
actually,
he had lovely, beautiful cardigans on.
and he seems to kind of understand his place in the universe,
Oh, he's
whether he
a-
liked it always or not.
Every time they played like the old videos of him, the old footage of him, and oh God,
in the
Posh
universe
Spice.
that is Kay White's mind. Oh my!
Why was he not on my walls?
Like
And
chains with him.
Yeah.
Picture
Which,
the Kathy Bates Misery style.
Which Spice Girl is he married to? Victoria?
Posh.
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 And, you know, very rarely do power couples like that work, but they both were going through it at the exact same time.
They
Like,
were, and they had their moment. They had their moment. The rumors of the whole him cheating on Posh and blah blah blah, which
Was it with Sporty or Ginger?
the
would've
one who
cheated
could
Ginger.
actually. You would go with Ginger, would you?
I think I only remember 3 names, and I think Ginger. She was the redhead, right?
Yeah, but Sporty's the only one that could sing.
Oh, I didn't. They sang. Are we talking about the same group?
it's like,
Thank you very much. And then coming in at number 1, Henry Lundqvist, New York Raiders ice hockey player.
From the Rangers, yes. He is. He's not unattractive. I'll give you that.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's dental work done, but he still has like all his. Chin.
Doesn't matter.
True.
He's paid enough money to make them look natural.
But there is something to be said
Regardless.
for a professional hockey player whose nose is that straight still. Like, yeah, I don't know. Have you even really played hockey? Just saying.
Yes.
Just saying.
He's played a lot of hockey in my mind.
How do you feel about hockey butt? Okay.
hockey butt.
Yeah, that's one thing you'll notice about skater like hockey players, because they do a different
got
kind of
good
workout.
butts.
Yeah, their butts are like these little bubbles. You have like 2 little bubbles. You just
I don't
you just
know.
grab
Should I-
each side, just grab a little handful. It's like 2 like bocce balls. You know.
hockey butt. Should I Google this, or is this going to just like
Google hockey butt. Take a look.
is,
It's a thing.
is porn gonna just inundate my? Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. The answer to both was yes and yes. How about that? Hockey butt porn, and she's not mad about it.
Somebody who I don't think will make any of our lists. I'm now gonna do a shameful sports person of the week. I'm starting this week.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
really digging this little thing that I've decided to come up with.
Thanks for
Let's
running
be
it
real.
past us.
You're welcome. Thought I'd surprise you. I'm sorry I couldn't surprise you with Lindsey Vonn, but I thought this would do something.
Okay.
Shameful sports person of the week. Let's be real. Today, it's Derek Chisora. Chisora. Is that how you say his last name? Chisora. He's a British boxer who headbutted a Deliveroo driver who's on a bicycle.
I got a bet? Why would you?
Because the Deliveroo driver refused to dismount when he asked him to, because he was afraid that because he was going down this narrow London road that children and dogs were going to get run over by his bike. And so then they just got into this massive argument, and then he just grabbed him and butted him.
Well, I'm looking at a picture of him now, and I'll tell you what. I know that you're not happy with his actions. If that man is in an alley telling me to get off my bike, I get up.
I'm getting off my bike.
You want it? It's yours. It's your bike now. You can have these deliveries too. I quit. He's terrifying. Oh my God. He makes Clubber Lang look like Apollo Creed at the end of Rocky IV.
So you're saying the Deliveroo driver is the one that's in the
Hell
wrong?
yes. Look at this man. Comply. Do what he says.
Nailed it.
Sometimes you just got to live to see another day. You know?
I think we can all agree that Justin's number 3, John Daly, is the sexiest man when it comes to sports athletes. I think we can all agree on that.
I don't think we need to limit it to just male sports athletes. Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Yeah, just the sexiest all around.
100%. There you
Good.
go. We should
John
let him
Daly,
know. We
number
should
1.
invite him on the program.
We should.
He can come to my studio.
Okay. You can sit on your lap.
Lap?
Justin.
Yes.
We need your wise words of wisdom, please.
Respect your elders. Listen to your parents when they speak. I'm at a point in my life now where, for some reason, even though I am like the primary breadwinner and I have the beard that makes me look like I'm a sage, like I have wisdom, but I'm apparently looking old enough to where I'm starting to be ignored. Like the rest of my family doesn't really listen to what I say, even though like I have good advice. What I say is probably the right. It's
Did your
probably
family
correct.
really ever listen to you, though?
They did. There was a time.
they?
There was a time,
Okay.
but it's just been thrown out the window. So when they say we're going to get a bounce house, and I say, middle of July in Yakima. I don't know. I mean, we could just go to the neighbor's pool. I don't want to have to deal with worrying about kids drowning. I think the bounce house. Bob, bounce house. I'm like, you think that's a good idea? It might be a little warm. No. Okay. So it's 103 degrees on Saturday. Yeah. So the $300 bounce house, the kids spend a combined, I'll say 16 and a half minutes in it. They go in for 90 seconds and then run back inside. They mostly played Legos at the birthday party. And I was like, no, you can't turn the switch on. No video games. You want to play? Go play in the bounce house. Then they found out that there was a water feature. Like, oh, Dad, you can hook a hose up to it. I'm like, no, this is already screwing my backyard. No way. I'm just letting you rain water on it as well. So
I was going to say you should have gotten a bunch of sprinklers and just had it go in it. But apparently that was
already took up almost the entirety of my back lawn. Like I've got a nice patch of grass that, I've kind of babied. And this was already going to be a harrowing experience for it, and I knew if I just let them turn the hose on and just water slopping everywhere underneath this thing, that was it. That was the rest of my summer. My lawn was going to look like shit, and I didn't want to do that. So instead I said, enjoy your bounce house. And then as soon as all the kids left, I'm like, who wants to go to the pool? My children are like, oh, yeah, it's so hot out. That's right. What did you want for dinner? I'm just kidding. I'll just make it. Say, hey, Bob. How about for dinner? How would you like flat steak? It's flank steak, but he calls it flat steak. He's like, oh, Dad, that'd be great. It's my favorite. I'm like, I know. I bought it at the grocery store. You're welcome.
Oh, you're such a good dad.
Whatever. It's just fucking obvious.
Idiots. But they don't listen to you.
Why would they listen to me? I'm the oldest one. I have the most knowledge. I've seen the most things, been the most places, talked to the most people. I'm very interesting. Other people listen to me. There are 12s of people out there that will listen.
I wouldn't listen to you.
What?
You
never did, Kay. And that's why we are where we are. So anyway, listen to your parents, especially the oldest one. That's me, because he's been around the longest. He looks like he's wise. Does this beard not scream wisdom?
No.
Crackhead, bouncer, lumberjack, inmate. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of things that could be. tied to it. Anyway, I thought it was kind of a, nobody questioned Gandalf when he said we go this way.
You're not wrong.
Look at his beard and look at yours.
What? Okay, it's not quite gray enough yet. Is that what you're saying? Is it the
Thanks
frizzle?
That's the frizzle. Thanks for joining Sweat Socks and All That Sauce with Justin K. and Todd. Eventually, we're going to have social medias of some kind because we want you to get involved and we want you guys to get in touch and we want you to join the debates. Next episode, we're going to debate about the Olympics because those are going to be going on this summer in Paris. Summer Olympics. What do you guys think? Yay? Nay?
Well, I don't want to.
Yeah. Okay.
Too
We'll
much out
discuss.
before the
We'll
episode.
discuss. We'll discuss.
Once
when
every
the-
4 years is plenty.
We'll maybe more than enough. We'll discuss next week. Thanks for joining Sweat Socks and All That Sauce.